Greetings everyone, welcome to Chess Advanced. And this game was played in FIDE Grand Prix that was held in Pune. And here with the white pieces, we have the FIDE World Cup winner, recent Grandmaster title holder, and also Olympiad winner. She's amazing, amazing, and has been crushing people here in this tournament as well in the Grand Prix. And so this is one such game. And I mean, if you don't love this game, if you love Tal, you're gonna love this game. Without further ado, let's start with this game. With the black pieces, we have Mongolia number one. We have Baktoyag Munguntul, and this game is absolutely amazing. So without further ado, let's start with this game. White starts with d4, we have d5, we have c4 and c6. We go into the Slav defense. We have knight to f3 by Divya, and Munguntul goes for knight to f6. We have e3, bishop to f5, and here just going for knight to c3. We have e6, and here knight to h4, immediately going for that bishop to e4. But now Divya says that, let's just go for it. Here f3 might seem like, f3 is a bit too much to think about right from the beginning, but here she has a plan. Bishop to g6, and here not even capturing it, but first going for development. Bishop to d2, bishop to e7, and now she goes for it. Knight captures, h captures. And here in this position, Divya goes for queen to c2. We have knight bd7 and a very nice queenside castle. So she's just letting her opponent know that I'm going to be attacking you on the king side. Well, you go ahead and try and attack me on the king side. And here her opponent plays a very nice move. She goes for Mughal goes for this d captures here, because now once you capture with the bishop, you're going to get this b5, and that's going to come with the tempo. So here just all those pawn pushes are going to be in the air. So here just bishop captures. We have b5 attacking the pawn, bishop back to e2, and here just rook to c8, very nicely aligning the rook against the black king and against the white king and white king. And here we have king to b1, a nice prophylactic move. We have just castles by Muguntul, and here a very beautiful move right from the opening. In this position, Divya Deshmukh goes for h4, a very nice move. Here just a6, and this a6 is a bit too slow. You have to go for b4 in this position. Try and deflect this knight, because this knight is the weakest part of this position, and you have to understand that once you start putting on pressure, maybe a move like knight to a4 and just the queen jumps in, maybe then you have something, because now comes h5. And it's just, it's something about the attacking players. You give them just a little bit, like Mikhail Tal, you did Polgar, you give them just a little bit, and they will clench onto it, and they will absolutely crush you. Like, they will play the perfect moves, perfect sacrifices, and in the end game they will come out like that Tal's quote, where he just lures people into a forest where 2 plus 2 is equals to 5, and the path to come out is wide enough for only one. And that's where Divya takes Muguntul in this position, because she goes for a very nice after g5 e4. And here in this position, you have to be very much careful. What do? You know that an attack is coming, pawn pushes are coming, queen is already eyeing this, you could have a central breakthrough at any moment, bishop can jump in. So you have to try and again go for that b4 move. Like, you have to do that. There is no other move here. Knight to a4, but just queen to a5. And here after h6, now you're most likely going to play g6, but here after knight to c5, you just trade knight captures, pawn captures, and here with a move like g4 to try and confuse white and destabilize her position, but here just h7 check. And here after knight captures, you play queen to d3, and after rook f to d8, just trying to just solidify your position, but now comes f caps on g4. Bishop to f6, and this might look like it's a bit scary, because but it doesn't, because here just bishop captures, queen moves, and now you play this bishop caps on a6 attacking the rook moves, but now rook captures. And here in this position, you play a move like a3. White's position is absolutely solid, they're up a pawn and in a completely winning position. So that's what maybe Muguntul realized, and that's why she didn't want to go for this, but this was the best that she had right from the opening. But in this position here, just c5 was played, and c5 is a bit too slow, and it also gives white a very nice move. And Divya, with absolute engine precision, and like, it's like she summoned Tal in this game, she went for this beautiful d5, sacrificing a pawn. E captures, and here e captures, and in this position just b4 trying to go for it. And at this time, just Tal took over her body. She played h6, and now what do? Here g6, just trying to close off, because you cannot capture. If you're thinking about that, you'll maybe just go for bishop pawn captures in this position, your position just absolutely crumbles. Just a very nice bishop caps on c3, and here after g6, you have to close that line. I mean, you're just getting mated otherwise. But here d6, and that is basically a pawn now, and that is going to be captured. So just king moves in, just trying to blockade it, and no h7 ideas, but d captures, queen captures, and here a very nice rook to e1, just threatening all sorts of nasty things in this position. So here after c4, you just capture it, and here after queen to c5, bishop moves, and you get this position where these bishop pairs, I mean, are absolute monsters. The position is open, your queen is also eyeing your king, eyeing the king, rook can jump in, you can just push these pawns. It's not, you're not surviving this game at all, and in Divya's hands it's going to be winning. But here after h6, just g6 was played, but now here, even with the best defense, there is nothing in this position. She doesn't even save this. I mean, like, really, here she's not playing, here Tal is playing. She went for d6 in this position. I mean, first you hang that, now you hang this, knight is hanging. It's absolutely crazy position, and she loves it. Here just bishop captures, but now comes this beautiful bishop caps on g5 with an open attack on the bishop. And here we have bishop to e7, but now comes this bishop caps on a6. Absolute best move recommended by the engine in this. And here we have b captures on c3, finally grabbing the knight, but just bishop captures, queen captures, and now a very, very beautiful move in this position. And exactly this is what happens when Tal takes over your body. Just h7 check. And here king to g7 was played, but now in this position queen captures on c3. And now this pin is going to exist for the rest of the game. There is nothing you could do. There are even ideas of rook sacrifice. Maybe just just get the rook into the game, just push that pawn, move the bishop back, just push that pawn. It's impossible position to defend. Here rook to e8 was tried, but just rook d e1. And here we have queen to d8, but now just comes this very nice g4. And here we have king to h8, bishop back to h4, and now this is coming. There's pretty much nothing you can do. If you capture here, then just bishop captures, and that comes with the check, so you cannot do anything there as well. Knight captures you cannot do because this is pinned. Your position is absolutely crumbling. Here king to g7 was played, but here just g5. And here we have a rook to h8, but now just comes this rook captures on e7, even sacrificing the exchange in this position. I mean, this is what happens when you summon Tal here. Queen captures, but a very beautiful g captures on f6. And now here knight captures was played, but a bishop to g5. Like, just holding the pin in style, like, you cannot do anything. Your pieces cannot move in this position. And if you're thinking that, I'm just going to grab the pawn, well, you cannot grab the pawn. If you grab the pawn, then comes bishop captures, queen captures, and a very nice deflection tactic, rook captures. And now you have to capture, and the queen falls. You're in a completely losing position. Queen up, absolutely winning. So here after bishop to g5, queen to a6 was tried. Here just trying to go for some things like, this check, picking up the bishop, so you have to be careful as well. King to c1 was played, absolutely best move. We have queen to f5 nonetheless, but f4. And now that bishop is stabilized, still you cannot capture. There is nothing in this position that you can do. Here queen to e6 was tried, but just a4, now pushing that pawn, and there is pretty much nothing you can do to stop that pawn either. We have queen to c6, now trying to capture this pawn, but here just rook to h2. Just a very, very nice calm move. If you try and capture this, then you lose this defense of that, and just bishop captures, completely winning. This is a very, very amazing because just holding the position in pin while your opponent cannot do anything. You're in a complete suk-swang. There is nothing you can do. Queen to e6, but here just a5, c4, but now here just queen captures, queen captures, bishop captures, king captures, and here a very beautiful a6 in this position. King to f5 was tried, but a7, and now this is coming. Once rook captures, now you're going to promote this pawn. Rook captures, and here after rook captures, you'll be a complete rook up. Yes, your back is going to capture this pawn, push those pawns, but it's not going to be enough. King can easily get into the game. You're going to obliterate those pawns. You're going to have a pass pawn in a completely winning position. So her opponent after a7 realized this, and it was on this move, on move 42, that Badkhuyag Muguntul resigned the game, and Divya Deshmukh got this spectacular victory in just 42 moves. I mean, this was just a joy to watch. This was an absolutely amazing game, a really crushing game from FIDE Women's Grand Prix. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll be coming back with such amazing games, so stay tuned to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. Thank you all.